This is going to be interesting. It's study locked. Yeah, of course it is. Thank you. Dear Lady Green, thank you kindly for the flower books you sent for my daughters. To this day, they still show an interest in learning more about plants and painting. I am keen that my daughters have access to a good education, so I hope you don't mind me putting it upon you that you might be able to teach them somehow. Your dedication and knowledge seem so rare and inaccessible elsewhere for young girls like mine. I hope you will consider my proposal. Sincerest regards, Olive Campbell. Interesting. 4 new plans. Is that mushroom? Oh, it tells me the seed location at the bottom. Master bedroom. In the attic. What's this? The hare and the tortoise. At midday, a hare and a tortoise took a walk together. The hare moved quickly and noticed the tortoise struggling to keep up. The hare laughed and challenged the tortoise to a race. The tortoise accepted. A course was decided and the race began. The hare immediately leapt out of the sight, but then laid down and took a nap, sure that tortoise would never catch up. The tortoise plodded slowly on, making his way towards the finish line. When the hare awoke from his nap, he opened his eyes just in time to see the tortoise crawling slowly across the finish line. The proud hare had been so sure that he would win and underestimated the tortoise. As the tortoise crossed the finish line, he exclaimed, "Slow and steady wins the race." Rising sun. The golden fish. Okay, I've never heard of this one before. One bright morning, a poor fisherman caught a shining golden fish. The fish cried, "Please let me live. I'm not a fish, but a prince, enchanted by a wicked spell." So the fisherman let the fish go free. When the fisherman's wife learned of this, she demanded the fish grant a wish in return for its freedom, a cottage instead of a hovel where they lived. So the fisherman returned to the shore, and the fish granted their wish. But the wife was greedy and demanded riches, a palace, and servants. All the while the ocean became darker and the shore was black with dirt. Finally, the wife wished to be so powerful that she could grant wishes for herself. In return for this greedy request, the fish revoked all of the wishes it had granted. After that, the ocean became blue again, and the shore clean, and the fisherman never saw the golden fish again. His ball given us. Oh. Cousin, wash your hands and accompany me. You won't find a husband at the bottom of the garden. Tea. Oh. Yes, this doesn't count as the attic. More boxes. Boxes. Wait a minute. 1. Wonders of the night sky. So all of them have to be done in order. Any clue to the order? I mean, the candle's kind of... I mean, do they all have candles next to them? Let's not discover electricity yet. This one doesn't. The Fox and the Crow. One evening, a fox was in search of something to eat for dinner. Wait a minute. Evening. Night. Midday. Rising sun. So, sun, hare, no, sun, fish, hare, raven, moon. Sun, fish, hare, raven, moon. Time of the day. I want to read this before we go. So, one evening a fox was in search of something to eat for dinner. He saw the crow sitting on a tree branch holding a piece of tasty cheese in her beak. So the fox came up with a plan. He walked up to the crow and complimented her shiny black feathers. The crow was suspicious of the fox and kept her beak tightly closed on the cheese. The fox kept on charming the crow, describing her as the most majestic of all birds, with a big strong beak. Oh, what a song that beak must make! It must be the song of a queen! Please, beautiful crow, let me hear it. Flattered by the praise, the crow forgot all about her suspicion, and also her dinner. So she opened her beak wide to utter her loudest caw, and down fell the cheese, straight into the fox's open mouth. Sunset. First. Okay. I found a key to the study. Oh, and some seeds. I was studying Nightfall when I was young. I haven't got any clues yet, though. What's this? Nightfall progress. I've been trying to encourage the nightfall to bloom for a little while now. I'm determined to prove it's more than just a myth. So far, I have deducted that the flower opens at sunset, and only during a particular time of year. When exactly that occurs still remains a mystery to me. I shall plant a few more seedlings tomorrow and continue my research. Task for this month, monitor nightfall seedlings, rose planting. Let's collect field sample seed collection. Okay. Gonna be just something to do with the colours, isn't it? I'm the appointed chair of botany at University College London after an esteemed early career as Assistant Secretary of the Horticultural Society and administered as one of the youngest ever fellows to the Linnean Society. John Linley plans to elevate the science of botany. He spoke thus in the inaugural lecture. It has been very much the fashion of late years in this country to undervalue the importance of this science, and to consider it an amusement for ladies rather than an occupation for serious thoughts of man. And he also challenged the Linnean classification system and proposes many changes. Wait, what date did it say on there? 1830 to 1831. Either way, I've got a key for the study. My dear friend, I have been pondering this last week what could be the best way to see your remarkable flora reach the wider world. Since it's so seldom, we are able to see our work published. Consider your uncle's reputation in the scientific field. Have you considered asking him to publish your herbarium under his name? It may not give you the recognition you deserve personally, but it would be a way to reach your goal of adding to the scientific record on botany. Do consider it. I would hate for such important research to stay hidden away. With warmest regards, Anne. Arabella, I have some more books from the department that may be of interest of your research. One I recall was a favourite of your father's. If you have any trouble when you visit the college, tell the secretary that you are collecting materials for your uncle. So long as they are returned before summer ends, the other professors won't notice. Best of luck with your research, Uncle Theodore. Yay. Mushrooms. It's like plants, fungi need food source to grow strong and healthy. However, some fungi haven't always had access to nutrients through soil, have evolved into receiving in different ways. This means they have become carnivorous because they only acquire the nutrients they need by consuming other living organisms, such as flies, bugs, and plants. Some mushrooms even get their nutrients from feeding on other type of fungus or parasite. Mushroom growing on a tree is usually a sign that they are consuming the tree, so you should remove them. That is not always the case. Okay. form on the bark of the tree, it's usually a sign that the tree is lacking. It's staying alive for much longer. If a tree is infected with red tree pox, that's what is visible on the bark. It can be cured by adding fertilizer to the soil of the tree. Where's that tree? That is dying. Oh, hello. Oh. Oh! South African is a widely misunderstood mushroom. It grows commonly on trees, and as opposed to popular belief, the mushroom consumes its parasites rather than the tree itself. And the tree was covered in parasite. I'm gonna take you in my little garden of doom. Yeah, you can sit there. There you go, buddy. Let's use another front part. I'll get for this one. And nightfall. So this thing lights and day, I'm guessing. Can actually go further in the house now. Perfect. A trapped fairy. It's cute. Got attic key now as well. Be there a second. Well, it's going to be like in music. Bird calls. It's a plant that likes bird calls, huh? Dear Arabella, I'm writing to share with you an exciting discovery I have made in my botanical studies. It turns out that some plants are particularly sensitive to sound. Seems to thrive when exposed to musical melodies from their natural environment. I hope to share more of my findings with you in the near future and would be delighted if you could join me in my research. It's your sincere friend, Marianne. Okay, that's going to be interesting. Dear Lady Arabella, I wanted to thank you once again for your valuable contribution during your recent Meadow Orchard research expedition. Your keen observation and deep knowledge of orchids was so helpful. Your dedication to the field is an inspiration to us all. I look forward to future collaborations and the continued exploration of botanical wonders that surround us. I will put in a good word for you with the Botanical Society. Most sincere, Professor Montague. Hey, friend. From Safety 1. It's brought to our attention that the factory of Barton Iron Works has been illegally dumping scrap metal in rivers across Somerset. These rivers are now polluted with rust, making them unsafe for swimming. Do not swim in the following rivers: Cam, Sommer, Chew. The river's frame was also affected by the waste, though oddly the river is completely clear of rust pollution. Frome. $25. Interesting. Corridor. Find it on the balance of. Petition to be presented to the Honourable House of Commons. In recent years, hunts have been taking place near Somerset rivers. Tragically, this has led to decline and even extinction of some bird species. No longer can we hear the beautiful chime-like calls. We call upon the government to regulate hunting near the rivers of Somerset. We ask that they respect the breeding times of wildlife. If you agree, please sign below and return this letter to us. No expense attended, signed. That's not it. Oh, pond, do you want to swim in it? Is it covered in slimy weed? Special ribbon. Weed. Today. Oh, the Trap Fairy. Once upon a time, there was a fairy who loved gazing at her own reflection in the water. She lost track of the time, and the day turned into night. Nyx, goddess of the night, noticed the little fairy. The moon was shining bright, but the fairy only had eyes for herself. Nyx took offence and decided to punish the little fairy. Nyx placed the fairy into a nightfall and cast a spell on her. She fell in love with the moon and gazed upon the sky all night. As dawn approached and the sun arose, the spell broke. Though just as the fairy awoke from her enchantment, the flower bud closed and trapped the fairy for eternity. Okay. Interesting. Dearest friend, it seems our interest in visiting the private plant collection of Lord Spencer has gone unacknowledged. While disappointing, I am not sure it's worth pursuing scientific study in such places. On my recent visit to Birnsby, the young man showing us around had barely a basic knowledge of plants, and due to there being a large group of gentlemen in the party, all useful time and erudition was devoted to them, and not given to the Constance and I. Let's plan another trip of our own, and perhaps we can see these specimens in their home habitats where they belong. Ever your faithful friend, Eliza. Let's try some job pens. The Bev Geyser provides a rapid flow of hot water. Simply turn the tap and instantly hot water will appear. Can be used multiple times in a row without any extra cost. A hot bath at the turn of a tap. Okay. I have a pipe. I have a pipe that does not want to go anywhere. How do GD pipe? Let's see what I've got to do here. There's loads of pipe everywhere. Oh, hello. Installation of disconnected pipes. Dear Arabella, here is our quote to repair the geyser in your bathroom. The cost might seem high, but trust us, it's a complex job best left to professionals. Have a nice day, Frederick. Really, Frederick? Really, really, really? swear to God, if I can fix this, Frederick, you are fired. Okay. I know what I'm doing. Yeah. But first, I need to plant it. And what temperature do I need to do? 25. I might have got it wrong. I'm not right with that. So I need to figure out what the melody is. I want to make sure you enjoy some. Camp, the river, and river summit have all been cleared of weeds. Weed removal for your continued support. Weed free. They would probably think this is a weed. Could it be 15? Try 5. Interesting. And that one. A note. This side of Arabella was taking a walk along the river in Somerset recently, and noticed the sight that I had just wrote to you about. In the water I saw a brook chalice blooming. Never seen or heard of it flowering before. None of my books mentioned it. It was so beautiful. Do you have any idea what it would have caused this? Ever your friend Edith. Gun curiosity trap moths. Can be trapped inside a flower, but it's not a fairy. The sight of plants. Some scientists have theorized that plants have photoreceptors in their leaves and stems, which allow them to see the colour of the light. It means that the flower can tell the time of day and know when they open or close their buds. So that time that flowers bloom is different from each flower, but most do appear to respond to light and the colour of light in some way. Horticulturists and botanists have made useful knowledge to trick difficult flowers into blooming at any time they like. Okay. It's going to be different colours. Yeah, I thought so. Now the question is, what moth? That's the brook chalice. In other words, every plant, every leaf, and every meadow holds secrets waiting to be undiscovered. It's just simply to uncover some of those mysteries. Whack. Either way. Okay, so I go over I know what the rusty pig's for. I know I'm starting to think it might not be the cradle for. Clear and dirty. Yee. They're polluted with rust, making them safe for swimming. from? 25 degrees. I'm starting to think I'm putting the wrong plant in. I was. I'm an idiot. That's a different plant. Oh wow. Oh wow.